Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come in, come in, come in. Get on in here, y'all. Get on in here, get on in here, get on in here. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. You are now in the den. Happy Saturday, everybody. I hope you are having a good day. Okay. This, of course, is Self Care Saturday. We got to go ahead and do our little check ins, okay? To my tranquil ones, my beautiful ones, my fierce fireflies, the handsome ones, little gangster. Okay, everybody is welcome in the den. We all need a little self care every now and then. So I wasn't too sure if I was going to be able to join y'all this month for Self Care Saturday. I actually thought last month was going to be the last one. But since I had a little time, I said, why not pop in? And of course, Kayla was just sleeping. And now as soon as she hear me talking, she got to come. She want to say happy Self-Care Saturday to y'all too. Okay, Saturday. We here. We in the building. And yeah, I don't got too much going on for Self-Care Saturday, to be honest with you. However, comma, y'all know that when it comes to Breast Cancer Awareness Month, which is in this month. I always like to shine a light on that. I actually shared a couple of things about that the other day. And then we also have Domestic Violence Awareness Month. That's the two main things that I really like to focus on this month. And me kind of going through my own breast cancer thing right now. I feel like it's even more important, but it is something that I've always, tried to shine a light on. Okay, shine a light on them. Hey, shine a light on them. Hey, what's up, Jalen Walker? Thank you for stopping in. I mean, Willa. We got Felonia77 in the house. Thank you so much for stopping in. Everything is cross toes and fingers. Yes, I appreciate it. Definitely appreciate it. What's up? Talk That Talk TV. Okay, in the building. If y'all not subscribed to Talk That Talk TV, that is, my girls, EJ the TV Junkie and Tika Deshawn from All Things Ruthless. They have, combined and got a second channel going on. Go over there and check that out and see what they talking about over there, honey. So yeah, what's up, Lemon Kush? Thank you for coming through. I tried to share it everywhere. I'm not too sure if I did, but welcome, 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 welcome back to anybody that's coming back. Anybody that's new, welcome, welcome to you. Glad to have you here. If this is your first time in the den, what we usually do with Self Care Saturday is, of course, we want to spread awareness. We want to break the stigmas. We want to break the silence that's around mental health. We also do positive affirmations, self-care ideas, self-care, tips, self-care challenges, just a little bit of all of the things, okay? And we talk about physical health ailments and illnesses and diseases as well, just trying to shine a light all across the board and let people know you are not alone. I am here with you, okay? And y'all be here with me and y'all be getting me through some things. So, we all in this together. Yes, please hit that like button. Please, please, please. And thanks. Okay. Subscribe if you are so inclined. And y'all know sometimes my internet be interneting, baby. Okay. It look like it's about to start up some mess. So, we shall see. If worse comes to worse, I'll just try to turn my camera off, but we'll see. Okay. What's up, Miss Kira? How are you? Happy Saturday to you. I hope everybody is doing well. And of course, as always, today is not a good day. I hope tomorrow is a better one. So y'all know the first things that we have to do, no matter what, is take some time to breathe. Okay. Remember to breathe, baby, because we be going through some things. Life be life and it be all over the place. It be too damn much sometimes. Not to mention when we looking on social media, what we see on the news, what we see going all around the world. Okay, everybody like they losing their damn minds. So we definitely have to go ahead, take a deep breath in, hold it, and let it all out. Okay, let out everything that you done had to deal with for all this week, or this day, or this month, or this year, and on and on and on. You can do it for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, however long that you feel like you need to, or however many times that you feel like you need to. Okay, that's what we got to do. And then, self care. Okay, This is the place. This must be the place. You are in the right place. This is my happy place, and it is good vibes only. We letting out all the bad and negative energy. Self-care is not a luxury, it's a necessity, and we are officially closed for self-care, baby. Okay. So of course the first thing that we want to do, girl, be quiet, okay? You and me can't talk at the same time. We want to do our check-in. We want to see what's the vibe, how everybody's feeling today, what's going on. I think for the last couple of months, I have been telling y'all that I have pretty much been a little bit of everything, okay? And that's okay too. Like, if you are not okay, that's okay. It's okay not to be okay, but we try our best not to stay, in a certain space for too long. But however, some of the choices that we have here is red, I'm full of love and doing amazing. Orange, I'm feeling good, good, good. Okay, pretty good today. Yellow, I'm functioning but feeling anxious or worried. Green, I feel lost or broken inside. We have blue, I'm happy and feeling great. Black, could be better, could be worse, but I'm okay. Pink, I'm having a hard time and wouldn't mind having someone to talk to. And I always tell y'all that, I am here. I'm not a psychiatrist, psychologist, counselor, none of those things. Okay. I did take up psychology and all of those things, in school, drug and alcohol abuse. I worked in the mental health field and worked in, hospitals, nursing homes, all of the above for over 20 years. Okay. But I am not certified or licensed in any of those things. But if you just need somebody that you want to chit chat with for a minute, you want to shoot me a message, sometimes I can't get back to you immediately, but whenever I can get back, I definitely will hit you up. And there's some of you that send me messages and, check in on me, which I definitely do appreciate. Like I said, we all in this together. Okay. And if you feel like it's something more serious, of course, there's different, outlets and phone numbers that I have definitely shared. I usually have them listed inside of the videos, listed in my community tab. We have a lot more options now where we could do things virtually. We can text, it's not just having to go in person. We can call. And so definitely reach out to those resources if you feel like it's something that's more, severe that we need immediate attention for. Do not feel ashamed to ask for help. The last one, of course, is purple. I'm in a really dark place and I need someone to talk to. For me, I think I am, I think I'm black. I think I could be better. I could be worse, but I'm okay. All right. I'm okay today. I will say that. A little tired, but I'm okay. So, that's where we going with that. So I see some oranges. I see a little bit of yellow, a little bit of black, or a little bit of orange and blue and black. Okay, okay. We hanging in there pretty good. That's good to see. Okay. That is good to see. What's up, West Coast Barbara? Thank you for coming through, honey. Yeah, so um that's pretty much, what we like to do before we get into anything else. Like I said, I don't have a whole lot today. I do want to make like some honorable mentions because, like I said, this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and also Domestic Violence Awareness Month. But we do have Cyber, Security Awareness Month, with everything being on social media, and you got to watch your kids, and you got to watch all the things people be doing, scheming and scamming, and then you have social media bullying going on and all different kind of stuff. So I feel like that's important. I feel like that's not really something that we had to deal with so much back in the days because we didn't have all the things that we have now. It's also Down Syndrome Awareness Month. Okay, these are important days. And then we have Mental Health Week, which Mental Health Awareness Week is like from October 5th to 11th, and Mental Health Day is October 10th. So y'all know that that's always something important to me. Of course, when it comes to National Down Syndrome Awareness Month, is focusing on raising awareness and promoting, inclusiveness for people that have Down syndrome, right? We also have National Physical Therapy Month, highlights the importance of physical therapy. We have SIDS, Sudden Infant Death Syndrome Awareness Month. It aims to increase public awareness around SIDS and promote safe sleep practices. And like I said, we do have some mental health awareness days and weeks in here, and we are always going to be highlighting, around mental health awareness. That's always going to be important to me. And of course, with Cyber Awareness Month, that is what us wanting to really have online safety, which we really don't have, if we being honest. Okay. Then you have National Disability Employment Awareness, promoting the efforts to increase opportunities for people with disabilities to be able to work out here, in the workforce. We also have Breast Cancer Awareness Day, which is October 13th. So, before we get into any other things, I just really wanted to make mention of that. And I also had a little bit of good news, y'all. So I'm always coming up here, child. Half the time I be crying and going through all different emotions, even though I try my best not to be up here crying, because I want to come up here and really, try to be positive and have positive and good things to say about y'all. But it's always full disclosure with me. I'm always very open about what I've been going through. I've kind of given my testimony from when I first was diagnosed with breast cancer, letting y'all know how important it is for us to do our own breast checks, for us to go to the doctor as soon as we can, get these mammograms and checks that we need to be getting. I know it's annoying going to the doctor. I know it's annoying putting your breast up in them damn machines, child. It annoyed the hell out of me. I know it's annoying getting the scans, but the earlier that we detect these things and find out about these things is the earlier that, we can prevent things and get help before it gets to a certain point, right? That's basically what we always want to do. So I have, pretty much been sharing with y'all my journey. I did a whole video, if y'all didn't see it, on just they don't really care about us, and being very frustrated with how the doctors was moving, and child, just all across the board, how I wasn't getting responses back, how I wasn't getting tests back in time, and you getting these tests back and knowing what your results is very important, right? Feeling like the doctors don't have no type of damn bedside manner has definitely been an issue, the way they talk to you. But then you can also have one that has the bedside manner, but you like, knock knock knock, is anybody home upstairs? Because it just don't even seem like, they have common sense, baby. It's just been all across the board. So if y'all haven't seen, some of those, definitely go check that out. But pretty much the short, take of it right now has been that, of course, I end up getting diagnosed. They saw something actually last September, literally just made a year, right? I had to go for the biopsy last September 10th, on my sister's birthday, to have them double check and have them do sonograms and mammograms and all those things, because they were saying they saw something there. And then they did diagnose me. Unfortunately, I end up getting a virus, pneumonia, the flu, child. The flu almost took me out of here. They talking about you wasn't responding, was admitted in the hospital, had a daggone tube and the whole 9 yards. Okay, it got crazy out here in these streets for me. All right, but I made it. I'm still here. Okay, thank you, Jesus. And so after going through all of that, it kind of like every time I was supposed to have the surgery, it kept getting pushed back. And the next thing you know, when I went back to them thinking we about to go ahead and get the surgery done, they end up saying, well, now it done spread, because, it took so long. Like, we don't know, and ain't nobody for it. But unfortunately, with you being sick and us not getting on top of it, when you were in the hospital, it's done spread to your damn bones. And I'm like, what? Okay, what the hell? Yeah, so that was going on. So basically they was like, we got to go at this a different way. They put me on all different kind of medications, injections, and all of the things. I've been doing that for all of this time. And as we moved on from there. Recently, I had to keep going back and forth with them and making sure that, hey, I need my test results, because I was literally getting test results back, and they was over here, where I had to ask them for the results. And at one point, the doctor's reaction to me was like, oh, well, If you didn't ask me, then I wouldn't have even known to look for it. And it's like, how the hell are you saying that you wouldn't have known to look for it when you're the one that sent me for the test? So I really had to be on them about it, right? So, having said that, then they started saying, well, we see something in your uterus, and they wanted to do a whole surgery there. And I was like, y'all got to be freaking kidding me. Like, every time I turned around, it was spreading somewhere else, and it was just seeming like the situation was getting worse and worse and worse, right? And so then I got sent to a specialist over at Memorial Sloan Kettering, which I said, well, look at God, because that's the place where I wanted to be in the first place. So I kind of felt like maybe they could do something better for me. Maybe this was meant to be, in order for me to get sent over there, because it was all different things going on with the insurance. Again, watch my other video, because when I tell y'all a time has been had, a time has been had. But so now when it comes to my scans, I'm very much like coming to them immediately. Like, what did my scan say? What's going on? What's the update? And I've been getting stuff back more frequent and more faster now, thank God. So one of my last tests that I went to get, and I was just about to get pissed off with them, because I'm like, okay, y'all did a PET scan on me on September 9th. What's the results from it? And at first the lady couldn't find it. And I'm like, I know you freaking kidding me. She was telling me, like, no, the last one I seen for you was in March. What other tests did you get? And I'm like, no, they sent me again in September, because they say that they really have to check like every 3 to 4 months to see how everything is going. So finally, y'all, they found the results and of a recent PET scan of mine, and they basically was like, okay, we got some good news for you. And I was like, well, I'll take the damn good news, baby. Okay, I ain't never gonna turn down no good news, because I just was feeling so overwhelmed. Like, everything has been bad in terms of the news they've been giving me on my health. Then I had my TV blow out, I had my charger break, I had the lights in my bathroom blow out. Like, everything that could be happening in that week was just crazy as hell, feeling very overwhelming, coming from every which way. And I was like, definitely could use some good news. So finally, yeah, they was like, the medication is working, because it has shrunk in your breast. Okay, it's only 1 centimeter now. It has went down, and we don't see nothing in the bone in your hip where we used to see it. And I was like, all right, now we talking. Okay, come through. Look at God, y'all. Look at God. Okay. So even though, I say all of that to say, one, I'm always coming up here telling y'all bad news. So I definitely wanted to be able to share good news. I was definitely very like overwhelmed and emotional and thankful to have good news. And my girlfriend immediately was like, we gotta go head out and celebrate, baby. So we definitely went out. Okay, on that Sunday we had some good old seafood, and we took professional pictures with the photographer. We took pictures with my phone. We just drunk and laughed and ate, and it was definitely a good feeling. About a week or two before that, we went out to BBQs and chill together. This is like my childhood friend that I've known since first grade. At this point, she my sister, and she definitely been holding me down. And so that's been helping me to be able to get through. Because even when I last saw the breast surgeon, she was like, "Oh, well, you look good, and what you been doing, and how you been making it." And I'm like, I make it with getting up here with you guys and seeing y'all comments, and the YouTube sisters, EJ, Moochie, Inga, like all of y'all play a part. My two best friends who are my sisters, my son, my counselor. Thank God that I could be talking to her, because sometimes I feel like I'm losing my mom, my aunt. That's what really be getting me through. Me just still trying to have my prayers and stay as positive as I can. Sometimes it's not easy, but that's why when I tell y'all these things, I'm not just telling y'all to be telling y'all. Like, I'm going through it over here too, and I'm trying my best to still do it. Having said that, like I said, my aunt is one of my biggest supporters, that's always encouraging me. She has sent me a journal. So now I have another journal, because I showed y'all the ones Candy Love sent me before. And she sent me this prayer book. I don't know if y'all can see it. But it's actually prayers for women that's dealing with, breast cancer or whatever, right? And so it says 1 minute prayers for women with cancer, and you are not alone. Every time I turn around, my aunt be sending me something. She done sent me these bracelets, honey, and some bracelets I haven't even got a chance to put on. She sent me a beautiful blanket that has prayers all over it. She sent me because I get a lot of pain in my arm, so she sent me like a sleeve that I could wear on my arm, and then this oil, and it's really good, y'all. It's a ginger massage oil, and you rub it on whatever area that you be feeling the pain in. Okay, baby, this thing work wonders. Okay, Auntie be knowing what to do and how to come through. She really do. God bless her. And it'd be so funny because anytime I mention to her, like, this is hurting me, that's hurting me, or whatever, she never give me a warning. She never tell me that that's what she planning on doing. She just be like, go to your door, you got a delivery there, and go ahead, open it up. And every time I open my door, it's something different that she done sent me. So I definitely be appreciating that. Matter of fact, some of this daggone oil is spilling out. I ain't even realize it. I gotta get some tissue. Wait a minute, y'all. Where's my tissue at? Uh, okay. So she said that, right? And then she sent me this thing I think is so cute. I didn't know what it was at first because she's very much like a natural health person. So I do the green, I do teas, I do the shakes and all of that. I do like the green juice and those type of things as well. And she sent me this, and at first I thought it was just gonna be like some vitamins or something, right? So I'm like, well, what is this now? But when you open it up and you look at it, it says Warrior Messages capsules, right? I think they have it on Amazon if I'm not mistaken. And each pill that you open or each capsule that you open actually has a positive affirmation in it. I love this so much. So you open them and you read whatever positive messages that's in it. It kind of puts me in the mind of what we did like a couple of months ago. Shout out to Moochie. I think her sister was the one that gave it to her as like either a birthday gift or a Christmas gift. And we had did them up here with like the self-care jars, the positive affirmation jars where you open them up and you write the stuff in it, yourself. And so kind of reminded me of that, but it's one that's just already done that that you open it and you read the messages. So I thought that was really cool. I thought that's really like a good gift to give somebody if anybody is interested in it, or y'all may already know about it. I might be late to the party, but I thought that was definitely like, a cool um thing. So yeah, I wanted to share that part with y'all before we get into like some of the other things and things and things. Let me see what y'all saying in the comments. Thank you, Jesus, for that great recovery. Yeah, I still got more to go, but that's definitely just a start. I will definitely take that right now. I'm waiting to give back like a biopsy that I had recently on my uterus. Okay, now that's where they're focusing on, but I will definitely take that positive news, honey. I will take some good news any day. Praise God. Glad to hear that. Thank you. Great news. Yes, great news, honey. I was like, that's what I'm talking about. Yes. Okay. Definitely. I'm so glad to get that good news too, honey, because it be feeling like it's raining down on you every single day, right? And be like, can I get a break? I can't even come up and catch my breath for a minute before something else happens. That's how it be. So definitely. Um, let's see what else we have up in here, y'all. So yeah, I wanted to, like I said, share a little bit of my testimony. I don't want to always come up here with bad news because I definitely be feeling like don't nobody bring me no bad news. Okay, I always say the Wiz is the soundtrack for my life, honey, because a lot be going on. But again, this month is of course breast cancer awareness and domestic violence awareness. So we always want to raise awareness for those things. I know when it comes to domestic violence, we are kind of like, okay, why do people stay, and why they not getting help, and why they not doing what they need to do. We definitely always want to educate about domestic violence and support survivors, okay? And it's not always easy, and it's not always just physical. I know when we say DV, a lot of times we thinking of physical, but you can actually be in a financial, you know, psychological, child, it's just like it's a form of power, and it comes in many different aspects of it. It's not just physical. That's one of the ways that it can be, right? And sometimes people feel like they have no other choice, or they feel just stuck in that mode, or they may think the person gonna change, or if I could do this, there's so many different aspects of it. It's definitely not a black and white situation. You have people that are threatening them, threatening their families, threatening the kids, and they may feel like, okay, well, let me stay to be able to protect this family member or protect the kids. They may feel like they just don't have any other choice. They depend on that person for all different aspects of their life. So now if I walk away, how am I going to be able to function and move on with my life? Who's going to be the one to help me take care of these things? And unfortunately, that person that knows that they have that power will use it and abuse it and take advantage of it in every different way that they can to be able to manipulate you and hold that, power over you. So we definitely have to educate ourselves and each other about, what that entails. So that's definitely something that's very important. Excuse me, y'all. As soon as I got up here, I started feeling congested. See how the devil be busy? I was fine, and now I be like I want to sneeze and cough and blow my nose and everything all at the same time. So, definitely that's something important that we always have to be discussing. And, again, just with the breast cancer, I have shared my own story, and I have been fighting this for a long time ago. I have cousins and aunts and friends and child, too many people that I know that have had to endure breast cancer. Okay, so like I said, this always has been important to me. I've always been advocating, I've always been sharing, I've always been talking about it. And now it's something that I'm having to fight myself. And I actually just lost a cousin the other day who I think they gave her like a year or less than a year to live, and she beat those odds. She lived for 7 years, but unfortunately, we just lost her. And so yeah, it's always gonna be F cancer for me, and I'm always gonna talk about that and try to shine a light on that. What's up, Demarcus? Thank you. Yes, no more drama. Okay, child, it'd be way, way, way more than enough. Okay. You said your wife always lights a pink candle for the month of October for breast cancer. Yes. Any way that you could support, whether it's wearing pink. I actually just seen some really cute, there's pink sneakers, and then there's black sneakers that have pink in it. They're with Nike, and they're a special edition that is in honor of breast cancer. I think when you buy them, which I want to buy me a pair, it's a certain portion that gets donated towards breast cancer patients or research. Even though with these people that we got in office, they trying to cut a lot of the research, and child, there's so much different stuff going on. That's another story for another day. But I definitely have been thinking about getting me a pair of those. And we wear pink for breast cancer, and then we wear purple, of course, for DV. So thank you, Miss Kira. I appreciate it. So I am definitely just gonna saying it, right. I'll wear pink for all the warriors. I definitely support that. I got on my pink now. and I support the fighters. I admire the survivors. I honor the taken, and I'm never giving up hope. Okay, never ever, never ever. Okay, never ever. We gonna be fighting this thing for as long as we can. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much all I got on that part. Now I just, and we haven't did this in a minute, so I wanted to put up like some October self-care tips or ideas of things you could do for like the fall autumn. Okay, because we definitely, even though I don't feel like it, I don't know what this weather doing. That's why I'm getting sick too. 1 minute we still in summer, took us forever to get summer in New York. Now it's like summer don't want to leave, but we supposed to be in fall and autumn. And the other day I was freezing. Today I was hot when I went outside earlier. But that's neither here nor there. I wanted to kind of go over some of these with you. It might be some things that's pretty much saying the same thing on them. And y'all know that, sometimes we repetitive. Sometimes you hear me say something more than once. That's just because one, that helps us also to learn, right? And to practice when we hear something a few times or more than a few times, when we write it over and over, when we say it over and over. So, just to kind of to reiterate things, but just some ideas, okay, things we could do. Now we change it into the fall and the autumn weather. We can rest and allow ourselves to have a break. Okay, absolutely. You can enjoy your favorite tea, which I love doing that. We can write down what we want to let go of. Okay, I think each season we gotta kind of evaluate things and say what we want to let go of, what we want to bring in, what we want to do different, and things of that nature. Okay, you can drink some apple cider if you like it. Go ahead and sit by that daggone fireplace and warm yourself up. Focus on the warmth. We can go to the farmers market. I like doing that, even though they ain't got too many farmers markets in my area, so I actually have to go a little further out. But nonetheless, um, we could wear socks and warm PJs. Okay, go ahead and cuddle up. Try out a new hobby. Get creative with pumpkins. I used to do that a lot when my son was young. Not so much now. 1 minute, y'all. We can curl up with a good book, which I just was saying to EJ and them the other night. I have fallen all the way off with getting books the way I used to. Okay, I was a big book reader, and I definitely feel like I need to get back into that. And you could take a nature walk. It was funny too because the other day when I went to um go to my appointment, I went a completely different way that I've never went before. I didn't even know that there was a ferry that was uptown by my girlfriend's house, and we went and took the ferry over to the city rather than taking public transportation, which I rarely ever take public transportation, honey, but just a different option. And then we caught like a Uber from downtown. So that was a completely different way, but you got to see all the scenery, the bridges, the skyline. It was so beautiful. It was so peaceful. I tell y'all all the time, give me anything with water, baby, and I'm there. Put me by some water, and it's just something about it that calms me so much. However, I started feeling like I was sniffling too after we went on that little journey because, of course, it's a little cooler outside and the water is cool. You know, that was like another way that kind of opened me up to start feeling like my nose and stuff was, where I gotta be blowing it. But it was so beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. Okay. Now we have October self-care. Enjoy fresh air. Okay, watch you a spooky movie. We know it's spooky movie time, and I know a lot of my peoples is not into the spooky movies, but I love spooky movies. I love all different kind of movies, and my son's too old now. He don't really be wanting to mess with me, but usually me and my son would just get together and either watch all the Halloweens, all the Friday 13th, all the Chuckies, like you name it. We would do like a marathon watch, and we would just hang out. Now he be thinking he too old and he too cool for me. Okay, like that happens once in a blue now, and they be like, "Oh, I gotta take it when I could get it," because other than that, he usually don't be paying me no mind. Then you have wear a cozy sweater day. Okay, get crafty with it. Um, Discover new music. That's something else that I noticed, y'all. Like, I have really fell off with listening to music. I do play music on my phone if I'm going out somewhere, and if I'm riding in the car with somebody, typically they have music on. But just, I've always been a big movie and TV girl, and I've been a big music girl. Like, I have told y'all before, I used to actually make people CDs, put music on people's phones and iPads and, MP3 players and all those things. Like, I was always the go-to for the music. I would blast music in my house, and I just don't do that anymore. I don't know the last time that I played music from my sound bar or, stereo or any of that kind of stuff. So I was like, you know what? I need to really get back into my music. I don't know what happened with that, but since everything that's been going on, I really don't do that. Another thing that my girlfriend brought up was like, saying we tend to pray when something is bad, or we tend to write down the bad things that's going on in our journals. But when I got that good news, she was saying, make sure you write that in your journal too. And I was like, she got a good point. And not only that, that's something else I've fallen off with. Like, I was writing consistently before. I was putting things in my journal and the other little book that Candy gave me, and I have completely fell off the last couple of months with putting stuff in there as much as I used to. It's like once in a blue moon, I may write something down, or I may look at my affirmations. I just haven't had the energy or the desire to do it. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. But I feel like even if it's once a week, I need to kind of get back into that too, right? But be proud of your progress, y'all. Be proud of your progress. There's nothing wrong with celebrating yourself. There's nothing wrong with feeling good when you're able to accomplish something. Visit a pumpkin patch. I don't think I have any pumpkin patches around me. Again, I know that's something I used to do when my son was small. Make a fruit platter. Okay, let me tell y'all. I would think the last month when I was up here, I was telling y'all how I wanted to make a fruit salad and how I wanted to get crab salad, and I went the whole summer wanting it. And finally, your girl last week, okay, was like, I'm getting up and I'm making this damn crab salad and I'm making me a fruit salad. So, yes, that was progress for me. Okay, that was something that I had wanted for the whole summer, didn't get it, and finally did get it. Okay, and then reflect on your support system, be appreciative of your support system, even if it's one person. Actually, a lot of the TV shows that we've been covering, we've been having the discussion around people not wanting to feel like, they're having to call on their friends and depending on their friends and wanting to put pressure on other people. You're usually that friend that always looks out for everybody else, and so sometimes it's hard for you to ask somebody else for help. But even if it's one people, two people, or whatever, child, be very thankful for it, be appreciative for it. And, you know, hopefully you're able to lean on that person and they're able to lean on you. And that's just your little, click that you have. And that's okay. Right. So definitely we are always appreciative for that. Enjoy a warm drink, okay? Whether it's tea, coffee, cocoa. I love all the above, okay? Start a new habit, right? Which is hard for us to do. A lot of us don't be wanting to do new things. We want to do what we already been continuously doing. And then, come chill and chill with your doggy or your cat or whoever you have. Speaking of that, y'all, why my son the other night brought in a little damn kitten, and I'm trying to find somebody to take her because, like, I didn't have getting a new kitten on my damn bingo card. But it was a chilly night. He walking home, he see the damn cat out there. No tiny kitten, obviously has been taken away from her mother way too soon. She would have probably been unalived if he would have left her out there. So he brought her in. Funny enough, that's how I got Kayla. When I first found Kayla, she had been left out in the hallway, way too young, way too small. I don't know how she got, whether somebody put her there purposely or she just got, like, disconnected from her mother some kind of way. But I was like, if she stay here, she not gonna make it. So I brought her home. So she was kind of like a rescue cat. And at the time, I had another cat named Kiera that I had for over 20 years. Usually cats don't live that long, so she had a long life. And when I first brought Kayla in here, Kiera was looking like, I know you lost your damn mind. Okay, she was hissing and jumping, and she was so angry at us for bringing her in. But after a while, I think it took like maybe a couple weeks, baby. They were sitting together, chilling, laid up, like, you know what I mean. Nothing ever happened. So it's funny now because Kayla looking like, what the hell is this? Okay, what the hell? What the hell? He like, if y'all don't get this chick up out of here. But she haven't been really hissing at her and being mean to her the way that Kiera was to her. And of course, Kiera ended up passing away like maybe a year or two after I got Kayla, and that broke my heart. That was my first baby girl. Okay, then Kayla was the second baby girl. So I don't know, child. Gotta figure that one out because I was like, I ain't tell you to bring no damn cat in here. Let me see what y'all saying in the comments because I know I was just running my mouth a mile a minute, honey. Um, yeah, she said it's fall this morning and then summer before noon. Exactly. And this is why you got to be so careful because I'm so scared of, like, I'm not a person that really gets sick in the winter. If anything, I more so have been known to get summer colds, which that ain't no picnic either, but I'll take something as soon as I feel like it's coming on and I'll get past it, and that's that. So for me to go through last winter actually having a respiratory infection, a damn walking pneumonia that I didn't even know or didn't even feel no symptoms from, and then turn around and get the flu, and they said it was a new strain of flu, and that flu almost took me out. And then we know that COVID still be out here in these streets too, child. I don't want to get sick no more. That thing really traumatized me. Um, Demarcus said Libra season and fall is here. Team Libra. Yeah, my son is a Libra, and my bonus dad is a Libra. He's October 17th, and then my niece is October 16th. My son actually just had a birthday. We celebrated with him, and my bonus daughter is her birthday is today. So I got a lot of Libras in my family. Okay. You said, have you ever had a pumpkin latte? Yeah, I have. I've had pumpkin latte. I actually made like a pumpkin cheesecake before. I'm not real big on pumpkin, but I don't mind looking at them and I don't mind seeing people decorate them. I'm not the best decorator, honey. That just was not one of my blessings, okay? I could do a little put something up here, put something up there, but I don't know how to get it in like that. Okay. Um The Sixth Sense was an amazing movie to watch for Halloween. Yeah, I love The Sixth Sense. That's a really good movie. Oh, okay. West Coast Barber says I'm watching Friday the 13th marathon on AMC for the fall spooky season. Okay, girl. Yeah, because I know a lot of my peoples is not into the scary movies at all. I ain't mad at that. We all like different things. Demarcus Vaughn, thank you so much for the $5. You say it's time to mix apples and oranges because they make a great fruit salad and a fruit basket. Oh yeah. Yeah, I keep them in my basket on my table. Um you say I really don't do animals, but I love those that have the patience. Yeah, yeah. I ain't gonna lie to you, I wasn't a big animal person. I have got accustomed to a lot of my family and friends that have dogs, and the dogs always love me. They always nice and beautiful, and I'm like, okay, y'all over there, and I get to go home. The reason why I grew up with cats, and I'm done said this to a bunch of people, my mom never liked them, but my building and neighborhood is known for having mice, and she wasn't trying to have that. So I guess she was like, I can't stand the mice worse than I can't stand cats. So she always had the cats trained. Like they wouldn't go in her bedroom. They really didn't even come near her, baby. If they seen her go in one direction, they went in the other. But I always kind of grew up with cats and, had other family members that had cats. I'm okay with that. But when you start, like, I'll take that over a damn rat or a mice too, because I can't do them. I can't do the creepy crawlies and all of that. But, and it was funny because when we just had, Kiera before we even got Kayla, my son was saying like, "Okay, mommy, well, when she passed, do you think we could get a dog?" And I was like, "No, because your ass ain't gonna walk it. Okay, if you gonna walk it, then that's cool. Like dogs is a lot. I did try to have a dog years ago, And that was just hard for me because sometimes I would get busy. I wouldn't be able to walk it. I didn't feel like I could really, do the things that I needed to do for him. So I ended up giving him away to my goddaughter's father, and he took such great care of that dog. He had it for a very long time. The dog was super protective of his grandmother, so it worked out. But it just wasn't something I could do. I can do the cats more for me, because I set up that damn cat box and they go in there, and I just make sure I keep it clean. I put down the food, even though they all still have their own personalities. They don't like their own foods. Most time cats is like they want to be bothered when they want to be bothered. There's times when y'all see y'all don't hear Kayla, y'all be like, where Kayla at? Kayla be in her own world. She be like, girl, don't bother me. And then there's other times that she want to come and force me to bother her when I don't want to damn be bothered. I be like, what the hell? Like, child, they got their own personality. So, but I get it. Like I said, it's not for everybody. Um, yeah, she had the bodega cat. For real, for real. Okay. And my son done spoiled Kayla so damn bad, and now he look like he about to be spoiling that other little kitten child. I don't know. And then he go ahead about his business and don't want to be bothered with them no more. So there's that. But we also have October self-care, right? And this has a couple of different things up here. We have drink something warm. So it's pretty much some of the same stuff we've already said. Put your PJs on, share a hug, go on an outing, bake cookies. I do like baking cookies. I haven't did that in a long time, baby. Baking some good old cookies to eat, okay? Enjoy a quiet moment, learn a new skill, make an autumn playlist, go somewhere new, do something you've been putting off, make a soup. Okay, that's something I haven't done in a while as well. Declutter your wardrobe. I've been trying to do that, but when I tell y'all, the more I declutter, the more stuff I seem to get. I don't know how the hell it be happening, but it do. Okay. Do a movie marathon, prioritize sleep, call a friend. Of course, we have our reading again. Look up at the stars. I love looking up at the stars. New York don't really have that many stars, but when we go down south and that sky is covered in stars, oh Lord, that's another thing that's really peaceful to me. Um, Visit a museum, drink enough water, moisturize your skin. Okay, go hiking. That's probably gonna be a no for me, dog. But if hiking is your thing, then by all means do what makes you happy. Light a candle, do a pantry clean out, set a new goal, donate something you don't lose use. I do donate a lot. I absolutely do donate a lot. I feel like, if I can't use it, like I hate to throw things out if it's still good, but some things I just really may not need like that anymore. But it still is something that I feel like somebody could use. I definitely will donate to them. Have a cozy night in, journal. We just was talking about that. Face a fear. I don't know what fears you can face. I mean, there's nothing wrong with facing a fear. I have a fear of heights. Okay, and certain heights I will try to adjust myself to depending on what it is, but certain ones I'm just not doing, and that's just that on that. And the creepy crawlies, bitch, I ain't gonna face no fear with them either. Sorry, can't do it, but definitely, if you feel like it's something that you want to try to face, that's definitely a good thing to do. Enjoy the moment. A lot of times, especially in this day and age, we are so much on our phones, on a computer, and you can't really take time to just take things in, to be able to enjoy the scenery, enjoy your drink, enjoy your food, enjoy the company with the person, whoever it is that you with. So definitely enjoy the moment, do something creative, whatever you feel like that is, and add something nice to your morning routine. So that was pretty much what we had with those. um Do I consider myself an artsy person? No, I do not. Not at all, honey. Okay. I'm going to give you very basic stuff. I think that EJ is a very artsy person. I think she's a very creative person. If y'all ever seen her, well, how she does YouTube, right? Her videos and her intros, and how she made a whole album up for the divorced sisters, how she does her hats and her shirts and so many different things, cups, right? And I have family members that's like that, but I'm not like I'm not at all. Like, I can do basic decorative stuff, but mm-mm, you ain't really gonna catch me doing too much of any of the other stuff, child. It just don't. It's just not in me. Everything ain't everybody. Okay. Now, as far as music, even though my voice is pretty much gone now, I used to sing. I used to sing in the choir. We used to travel different places and sing. Like, I'm definitely a poetry person. I write poetry. I write stories, and I used to win a lot of awards for that. I have family members that have been, like, publicized as far as their poetry and writing, and I feel like that's something that's in our blood. So, I think it's different for everybody, but I wouldn't overall say I'm an artsy person. No. Yeah, oxtail soup. Okay. I like oxtails. I don't think I ever had oxtail soup. So we are going to finish it off with some positive affirmations. I always love these. Kendall sent me these, like, a while back, and I'm still going through them because it was so many that she sent. And typically anything that I talk about in the videos, y'all will see them up, in the community tab. You'll see it on social media. You'll see it in the Discord. And if you have any that you're interested in sending me, by all means do. If you have any self-care tips that you think would be good for me or anybody else sharing is caring, tell me about it so that I can tell other people about it. If you want me to send you any of these, let me know and I could do that too. But we're gonna start with this one. Says, if no one has told you lately, know that I'm proud of you and your progress. Keep going, keep growing, keep evolving. If no one has told you lately, know that I'm proud of you and your progress. Keep growing, keep going, keep evolving. Okay. And sometimes we definitely need to hear that. Next one we have is, I missed myself. I'm glad she's coming back. Woo, baby. That's a doozy right there, honey. The way I have definitely struggled, and I've mentioned this to y'all a few different times, with constantly saying, when am I going to get back to the old me? And it was a counselor that I had years ago when I first had my injuries from work that said to me, what if you don't get back the old you, right? What if the old you is gone? And what does the new you look like? And that was like something that had never crossed my mind. Like, having change and, you know, something new and all of that can be hard for us sometimes, right? But then there's certain aspects that you may have lost, like how I was mentioning, I don't write as much anymore, or I don't listen to music, or whatever it may be, that you may start getting back into that groove as well. And you may feel like, damn, I missed me. Now I'm doing this different, whether it was because of a relationship you was in or your job, whatever different things it may be. But now you feel like you actually are being able to center yourself and get back into a good space. That's a good thing too. And then some things we do just have to change, because I had got accustomed after a very long time, child, of what it looked like for me to have to change when I got my injuries versus what it looks like now for the situation that I'm in, and me not being able to do some of those things that I had just learned how to do. So now I'm learning all over again. Every time you turn around, it's like it's something else for you to learn, and it's never too late for you to learn. Okay, you're never too old. It's never too late for whatever it may be. So I just had to learn a new way. Like, I get tired really, really fast now. And it's annoying as hell. I could do two things and I'm like, bitch, that's it for me. But I know that now. And I know how to pace myself, and I know how to say, okay, this is too much and you need to sit your behind down. Whereas before, it still agitates me. It's still taking me some getting used to it, but I can, see it and know it and deal with it accordingly now more better than I could before. But definitely, I miss my old self. I'm glad she coming back. I absolutely understand that. Then you have love yourself first, because that's who you'll be spending the rest of your life with. You absolutely have to love yourself first. Absolutely. Love yourself first, because that's who you'll be spending the rest of your life with. Then we have today I will control my thoughts, focus on what I am grateful for instead of complaining, take care of myself mentally, physically, and spiritually, and take steps towards accomplishing my goals. I love that one. Today I will control my thoughts, focus on what I am grateful for instead of complaining, taking care of myself mentally, physically, and spiritually, taking steps towards accomplishing my goals. Amen to that. Then we have stay on your P's, prayer, priorities, peace, positivity, patience. Oh, Lord, yes. Stay on your P's, prayers, priorities, peace, positivity, patience. And sometimes we really don't be having enough patience for ourselves. We are always typically our worst critics, and we are the hardest on ourselves. And, sometimes it's good to have that push, but it's also where you can have patience with yourselves, and you can celebrate yourself and embrace yourself and say, listen, this is too much for me. And you definitely, y'all know my number one lesson that I told y'all is saying no. Like, no is a complete sentence, and all of that is important for you, and putting yourself first is important. If you don't have, child, if you can't take care of you, and you going through things with yourself, you can't do a damn thing for nobody else. It's always put the oxygen on your face first, period, point blank, right? And this one says you take back your power by putting yourself first. You take back your power by putting yourself first. So you see that we are pretty much staying in that element of the importance of putting yourself first. Then you have it's time to love yourself, trust yourself, value yourself, respect yourself. It's time to love yourself, trust yourself, value yourself, respect yourself. Ooh, yes, 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 and yes. Okay. Then we have, please be patient with me. Sometimes when I'm quiet is because I need to figure myself out. It's not because I don't want to talk. Sometimes there are no words for my thoughts. Ooh, yes, yes, yes. Please be patient with me. Sometimes when I'm quiet is just because I need to figure myself out. It's not because I don't want to talk. Sometimes there are no words for my thoughts. I definitely feel this one. Sometimes we'll get into our feelings because somebody else is not talking or answering, or they may be quiet, or they may not be reacting to things the way you want them to, whatever. And sometimes it's really not about you. Okay. It's just about them and what they're going through, and them trying to process it. And, like it says here, there's no words for it in that moment. And sometimes you just need to be. Sometimes, even when you saying something, is not necessarily because you want to have an opinion, or what you should have been doing, and you should have, woulda, shoulda, couldas, and all of that. You just want to get it out. And then other times you don't want to say nothing. You just want to be quiet. And I think we definitely have to be able to discern, okay, and see what, which time is which, and what needs to be done at that particular time. So now we have be selfish enough to have self love, self worth, and self respect. Be selfish enough to have self love, self worth, and self respect. And it's always funny to me that people are really okay with you as long as you're doing everything for them. The minute you say, no, I can't do it for you, I really have to do this for myself, or focus on this or that for myself, baby, that's when you really start seeing true colors, because you will have people like, oh, well, you selfish and you don't care, or you just worried about yourself. Absolutely. That's actually what I'm supposed to be doing, child. The amount of years that I put everybody before me, before I woke up and learned how to put, myself first, baby. And the one time that I was like, I can't do it, they got so freaking mad at me. And now when I'm the one that actually be needing people to step in, half of them people is like, Where are you? I don't see you. What happened? Oh, okay. um, love yourself a little extra right now. You're learning, healing, growing, and discovering yourself all at once. It's about to get magical for you. I think I gotta repeat that one for the people in the back. Okay, love yourself a little extra right now. You're learning, healing, growing, and discovering yourself all at once. Is about to get magical for you. Okay, I like that one. And let's see. Okay, I think we just gonna do like three more of these and then we gonna leave it there. Okay, so we have the comeback is personal. It's an apology to myself for putting up with shit I didn't deserve. All right, now. Okay. The comeback is personal. It's an apology to myself for putting up with the shit I didn't deserve. I ain't mad at that. Next up, we have I can't control anyone else, but I can control myself, my thoughts, my words, my choices, my actions, my reactions, and my future. I can't control anyone else, but I can control myself, my thoughts, my words, my choices, my actions, my reactions, and my future. Okay. And last but not least, we're going to end it out on this one. In my soft girl era, I want all the love and peace and happiness. I will not deal with anything or anyone that stresses me or brings negativity in my life. In my soft girl era, I want all love, peace, and happiness. I will not deal with anything or anyone that stresses me or brings negativity in my life. I want all the love, peace, and happiness. I will not deal with anything or anyone that stresses me or brings negativity in my life. Okay? Love and happiness. That's what we want. Okay? That is what we looking for. Um, let's see. Hey Havana, I didn't see you come in because I was busy running my mouth. Um, Demarcus says I consider myself a artsy person. That's why you and I clash a lot. You are new and approved to me because then out with the old and with the new. Yeah, definitely that. Definitely that. Hey Havana, how are you? Yeah, we are about to be up out of here, Havana. Okay, we coming to the end of the road, and I can't let go. um, you said some people that be a support system to people who always have been there for them as are selfish as hell. Uh-huh. We know how it go with that, honey. We know how it go with that. Um, I'll do. Wait a minute. I'll do a couple more, but then I'm gonna get off of here because I'm supposed to have the what you should be watching at 6:30, and I want to make sure that I could refresh my drink and you know maybe have a little bit of hot tea because I feel like I'm starting to lose my daggone voice, baby. But be strong, but not rude. Be kind, but not weak. Okay. Be humble, but not timid. Be proud, but not arrogant. Oh, Lord, I love this one. I would love to have this up on my walls. I'll be loving all of these. I ain't even going to lie to y'all, but this is so true because a lot of people don't know the difference. Be strong, but not rude. Be kind, but not weak. Be humble, but not timid. Be proud, but not arrogant. Absolutely. Um, Self-confidence is the best outfit. Rock it and own it. Mm-hmm. Keep it private until it's done. Outside energy can mess with your goals. Baby. Whew. I can tell y'all that's a fact, okay? I can tell y'all that is a fact. Keep it private until it's done. Outside energy can mess with your goals. Absolutely. That's a fact. 100%. Self care, self love, self esteem, self worth. To find peace, you have to be willing to lose your connection with people, places, and things that create all the noise in your life. Oh Lord, yes. That's another one I could testify to. To find peace, you have to be willing to lose your connection with people, places, and things that create noise in your life. Okay. Sometimes we got to say bye, bye, bye. Okay. Like hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. Okay. And don't you come back no more. What you say? Okay. Sometimes you got to do that even with the people you care about. It just is what it is. You gotta protect your peace at all costs. Um, so Marcus says, wait a minute, I gotta make this bigger. He said, now I understand why we clash because I could. Okay, yeah, yeah, I see that. I mean, it's not necessarily clash. I'm a person that believes we all have different outlooks based off of our experiences, the way we grew up, our beliefs, and whatever have you. And there's going to be some things we agree on and some things we disagree on. I always say we can agree to disagree. Like, I don't need somebody to think the exact same way that I do. And there may be some examples you give me to where I thought about a situation one way, but when you give me your layout, then I'm like, oh, okay, I can see where you're coming from and I can understand that, or vice versa. I don't really look at it like me clashing or arguing with anybody. We all gonna have different opinions, whether it's around movies, music, food. People like what they like. Um, that's how I see it. But yeah, and sometimes we just opposites, and sometimes opposites could be daggone best friends or the love of your life or whatever. Like, just because we don't agree with everything, but sometimes I feel like you just like saying the opposite of what majority of the other people gonna say to Marcus too. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, I didn't agree with a lot of stuff with my mother, with my sister, with my brothers. Like, we all think different ways. And then we have some things that we similar on. I definitely don't think like my son. My son don't think like me. However, comma, I think we're both big-hearted people, and we're also people that it doesn't take much to please us. Like, any little thing we're thankful for. We're thankful for the little things to the big things, you know. And that's one thing that I appreciate about him. He was never a selfish child, whatever you or somebody that would get mad because he couldn't get certain things. If he couldn't get it, it was just like, oh well. Then when he could get things, he was very appreciative of it. So that's how I look at it. But it's all right. Yeah, losing family, friends, whoever. Like, if they just not doing what they need to do with your concern, then they gotta go. It just is what it is. We can still love people from a distance. We can still forgive and not forget and not have to deal with them. That's just what it is. So yeah, y'all, that's what I got for today. If y'all are not busy around 6:30, I'm gonna be coming back for what you should be watching. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, honey, because like I said, I wasn't even expecting to be like really doing this month. I thought September might be the last one that I do for a while. But it's a lot of stuff that came out for October too. We already had a lot in September, baby. And I still didn't get to watch all the stuff from September, but I did watch a good amount. So I'm going to be giving y'all the update on that. And then I have a bunch of stuff for October. I have stuff that I put in the community tab that I don't even have on the list. There was things that was released for Netflix and for Tubi that I shared in the community tab and on social media and in the Discord. So if you guys, are free, come in and hang out with me. If not, catch the replay. If y'all come through on this, okay, with the replay, let me know. Replay game, you came by. Put some flames up in the sky. Like, comment, share, subscribe. If you are so inclined. And will definitely kick it with y'all the next time. Havana, you're gonna have to go ahead and watch the replay, girl. But short version is my test results from my PET scan came out good, and my tumor that was in my breast has shrunk. So that was the good news. Got to take a little bit of good news. And they didn't see anything in my bones like they did previously. So look at God, right? And I hope everybody is having a good day. Like I said, a happy Saturday. If today is not a good day, baby, hopefully tomorrow is a better one. As long as we have breath in our body and we have another chance to get up, it's always a chance for it to be better. Don't give up. Hang on in there. Baby, we in this thing, honey, and it don't be easy, but we in this, we doing it, we making it do what it do, how we can. And even though sometimes it feels like you can't win, okay, that's my other theme music. Even though we be feeling that way, we really can. We just gotta hang in there, okay? Hang in there, hold on, and it will be okay. And you are definitely not in this alone. And I will be, rocking with y'all the next time. Welcome. Come in. This is Tamika's Den. I'm Tamika. Get on in here, y'all. Get on in here. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. You are now in the Den.
Go lock in with Tamika's Den. Ooh, that's fire. Go lock in with Tamika's Den.
Power to the people, okay? Keep feeling like I'm about to come out and box, right? Because they trifling, okay? All these people need to be in the damn trash, all right? Throw the tajadas away. As a matter of fact, wipe the damn bloodline out, y'all.
Tamika Den, that's what I'm talking about. That's how you spend the Saturday.
Honey, when I tell y'all that is the foolishness and the foolery and the messiness for me. Baby, we got a whole hot ass mess going on, all right?